Sugar leads to increased tumor growth. Sugar and cancer are closely related. Cancer cells love sugar, no matter what. They take glucose and almost even prefer fructose. In addition, if the insulin level rises, cancer cells feel more comfortable than ever. Active cancer cells can now develop from dormant cancer cells. And once the cancer is there, sugar, even if it is only consumed in moderate amounts, can markedly increase the risk of metastasis in the lungs, according to one study. So getting out of sugar addiction is a good idea. Sugar causes tumors to grow in the breast and lungs. Researchers at the University of Texas MD Anderson Cancer Center warn in the online edition of the journal Cancer Research about the high sugar content of typical Western diets. Sugar, as they showed in a recent study, influences the activity of certain enzymes, such as the 12-lipoxygenase, also abbreviated 1,2-LOX, which has a tumor-promoting effect. In addition, eaten sugar activates the production of 1,2-HETE in breast cancer cells. Both accelerate tumor growth and metastasis. 1,2-HETE, on the other hand, is a derivative of the better-known arachidonic acid, an omega-6 fatty acid that can only be found in animal foods and is known for its inflammatory and cancer-activating effects. Starch better than sugar. We found that sucrose, table sugar, in quantities found in the normal Western diet leads to increased tumor growth and a higher degree of metastasis. A starch-rich diet, on the other hand, that does not contain sugar brings these dangers to a significantly lower level, according to Dr. Peiying Yang, assistant professor of palliative medicine, rehabilitation and integrative medicine. Earlier studies have already shown that sugar, as an inflammation initiator, plays a key role in the development of cancer. We have already reported about it, e.g. prediabetes promotes the development of cancer, where the issue was that diabetics or people with prediabetes develop cancer more often, especially breast and colon cancer. On the one hand, the risk of cancer comes directly from the diabetes medication, with metformin having a lower carcinogenic effect than high-dose insulin and as a medication based on sulfonylureas. On the other hand, the typically increased insulin level in diabetes and prediabetes due to insulin resistance is a problem. Insulin has an inflammatory effect and can activate dormant cancer precursors so that they grow and multiply. Even moderate sugar consumption is critical. Co-author of the Texan study Dr. Lorenzo Cohen stated. It was shown that fructose from table sugar and so-called HFCS, high fructose corn syrup, both of which are ubiquitous in modern nutrition, are jointly responsible for the formation of lung metastasis as well as for the formation of 1,2-HETE in breast tumors. Even moderate sugar consumption is classified as critical by the scientists. The MD Anderson team divided mice into 4 different groups on 4 different diets. After 6 months, 30% of the starch group showed measurable tumors, while in the groups whose diet also included either table sugar or fructose, 50 to 58% had developed breast cancer. The number of lung metastasis was also higher in the 2 sugar groups than in the starch group. It's not just sugar that leads to cancer. Of course, it's not just sugar that is responsible for insulin resistance. Particularly in the case of overweight people, it is also a high-protein diet that, in combination with a lot of fat, especially with arachidonic acid, promotes the development of insulin resistance. Scientists from Duke University in North California reported that the blood of overweight diabetics contains increased amounts of metabolic residues of the so-called BCAA amino acids, branched-chain amino acids, but only if a lot of fat is eaten at the same time. According to the researchers, this metabolic overload leads to changes at the cellular level, which manifest themselves in insulin resistance. No sugar, no cancer. The conclusion is now nothing new. Those who want to prevent cancer and stay healthy and happy avoid industrial sugar and finished products sweetened with it, maintain their normal weight, do not eat too much protein and certainly not too much fat. When it comes to fat, animal fats in particular, fatty meat, cheese, but also vegetable oils rich in linoleic acid, are avoided, as the organism can convert linoleic acid into arachidonic acid. Linoleic acid-rich vegetable oils are examples safflower oil and sunflower oil. These simple rules alone lead to a reduced risk of cancer and at the same time ensure that you feel much more comfortable and productive overall, because sugar not only increases the risk of cancer, it also promotes tooth decay and many other chronic diseases. If you or a loved one is dealing with cancer, I have a free webinar for you. The webinar is about the root causes of cancer and how you can deal with it. See below for the link. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button and the like button before you go. Stay blessed and stay happy.